All your favorite wrestling shows rolled into one. Welcome to the WeBook It podcast. Let's start the show.
Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of the WeBook It podcast. This is your Sunday night heat, your Sunday night special. Of course, I am your host, the former booking world champion. I am Virgil. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in, joining in with us. And guys, listen, let me tell you something. This podcast is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, without its co-hosts. And of course, I have some of the very best damn co-hosts in all of the wrestling biz. That's right. The guy underneath, the guy that is the workhorse of this podcast, the one that keeps the glue together, always missed to show up, always missed to handle business. That's right, guys. The former one-time booking world champion, Coach Mid. Oh, and he is the host of the Raw Dog Monday Night Show also. Sorry. Coach Mid. What's up, Coach?
Hello, everybody. Virgil, thank you for that wonderful introduction. It has been an eventful weekend in the realms of football. The Vegas script writers are at it again early this season with the shenanigans. But I want to give a quick shout out to my man, Luther Burden, scoring his first career NFL touchdown today. Because I don't care what team you play for. If you're from Mizzou, I'm going to rep you no matter what. And Luther, more targets coming your way, man. More targets coming your way. I love it.
I believe that. If we see an extended role for Luther Burden, it could make somebody like DJ more expendable, man. I'm telling you. Like I don't know. Like I said, you might be able to make some trades. And of course, not to be left out of the conversation, your current reigning, defending, undisputed booking champion of the world. He is Tank.
What's going on, everybody? It was a clean victory.
Mm-hmm.
A very clean victory yesterday.
God. Yeah, he stood on business. That's what he did.
I do have to say, I think Big Daddy C did call it correctly in our group chat yesterday. I think this is the first clean retaining, I should say.
Retention was right. You got it.
So retention.
You retaining.
Yeah. Either way, I am deeply honored, and we'll see how the next one goes.
Absolutely. The next one being Crown Jewel, October 11th. So what does that give you? Basically, 3 weeks? We're looking, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you got 3 weeks of holding on to that Booking World Championship before Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia happens, and you'll be right back into the fire again, man. Perth, Australia.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. Crown Jewel's always a hit or miss show, so we'll see.
That's a tough one to book. And listen, if you don't know, we actually threw a monkey wrench in things. If you watched the show a couple of weeks ago, it was just me, Coachman, and Fritos on, and literally mid-show, we were kind of like, you know what would be great? If we went ahead, since there are 2 shows happening on that Saturday, if we went ahead and booked both shows. And I mean, I honestly thought that this spelled the end for Tank's reign, but literally, I mean, he cleaned up that AEW show. That was impressive.
He was 12-2 after All Out. It was done.
Mm-hmm.
It was over.
Yeah, there was literally no catching up after that. So, like I said, not to glaze him too much, because I am hating, like I said, but at the same
I'll
time,
glaze him.
I wasn't gonna say anything. Thank you, Coach. Wink. But I mean, I haven't heard, Virgil. I haven't heard you acknowledge
Oh my God.
Haven't heard you.
You should have watched the show. I acknowledged you the week you weren't here when you were on your honeymoon gone. Sorry.
Okay,
it happened.
That's beautiful. But now I'm here. So I need to hear you and only
God.
you.
Come on,
Coach,
man.
you don't need to. You don't need to.
It's all right, man. I already do.
Come on,
I know,
man.
and that's why I love you. But Virgil, I need you to acknowledge me.
Say it. As I record this on my iPad.
Since his Green Bay Packers already lost today, I guess this is his way of getting back at me. All right, fine. I'm man enough to do it. Tank, I acknowledge you as the reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight booking champion of the world.
It's like the Wesley Snipes meme with the camera. I'm crying back here.
That was not easy for me to do. Not easy for me to do,
that's
folks.
why I had you do it.
But I'm coming back for my belt though. I need it. I need my title
So is
belt.
everybody, just like they did last time.
Speaking of which, listen, y'all, this show is all things WrestlePalooza and all things AEW All Out. But first and foremost, as we begin on our topics today, we got to talk about WWE's premiere on ESPN. Now, if you watched, which I hear tell a lot of people didn't watch because they didn't get, ESPN or they weren't able to watch it. Like I said, if you had YouTube TV, you don't have ESPN. If you have, if you have some other form of cable, or if you don't have cable at all, if you cut the cord and you don't have ESPN and you didn't want to spend the $30 to get the Disney Plus, Hulu Plus, and ESPN Plus bundle, you had no way of watching WrestlePalooza, which sucks. But at the same time, like I said, Coach, go to somebody's house and watch freaking WrestlePalooza, bro.
No, I cut my losses because I ended up watching some Mizzou, South Carolina, and I think that was well worth it. Plus, the crazy thing about it, they were giving updates of WrestlePalooza during the game. Like
Interesting.
They were cutting to the studio, and you would think it would be like a college football score update. No, it was talking about John Cena making his entrance with kids, or it was Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch coming down like SpongeBob in the movie and everything. Like, that's what it felt weird.
Yeah.
It was like, man, I don't know how I feel about that. It was just different.
That's what happens. That's what's going on with WWE now, with them being basically a part of ESPN. Like, this is what you get now. You're going to see.
This man looks like he just woke up, by the way.
Yeah.
I pounded about 2 bottles of whiskey after that Packers game.
Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, the host of your Friday Night SmackDown, Lowdown, Hold Down, Throw Down, No Down, Whoa Now. That's right. The man, the myth, the legend, the two-time booking champion of the world, Booker of the Year, Freaky Fritos.
What's up, fellas? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my singles and tag team competitors. The football gods are cruel. They are vicious. They suck. I shall never worship you again.
Oh, Fritos.
Ooh.
I'm telling you, it's the Vegas script writers. They're on one early this year.
So
they're worse than
when they pull these shenanigans.
They're worse than the WWE script writers. Or
absolutely.
A few
they're better
AEW
than the
ones.
WWE script writers, because at least I was entertained watching these football games.
I wasn't.
That's because your team's lost. That's why.
And also with the triple block field goals.
This man and his team win one game. And all of a sudden.
Listen, man. It ain't even just that. The Bears helped me so much in fantasy this week. Like, I literally won every single fantasy league due to the Bears and the Vikings. The Vikings defense I have in 3 of my teams, and literally they put up 30 points. I mean, like I said, in fantasy today.
That's
So
because
that
that's
in
all
itself,
they are is a fantasy. But yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I get it, but also it's a fantasy, the talent that Jordan Love supposedly has. Because I mean, woo, that boy was ass today, hot garbage.
Also, the
I will
offensive
say,
line.
I was nervous starting Caleb Williams today because Jaden Daniels was hurt, but it paid off for me.
30 and what? Yeah, so I got 32 points from the Vikings today, and 28 points from Caleb Williams alone today. I mean, that in itself. Oh, wait, did we lose Tank? Current booking world champion, come back. It's okay.
No, sorry, I had to use the restroom.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
Turn your mic off when you go.
don't be grunting. But
What are we talking about?
But yeah, so we were talking about WrestlePalooza. I did like how they started the show, the callback, the throwback, how they opened the show with the opener and everything like that. And then Triple H gave you the history of how ESPN and WWE really have been intertwined. Both of them have been, didn't start off as sports moguls or sports giants, but literally became sports moguls and sports giants. I love the story, the backstory. You got to see a little Vince McMahon vignette in there too. A little Vince McMahon sighting. I like that. I like that part of it. And yeah, man, like I said, it was just one of those things to me where I love the opening. The opening of the show was probably my favorite part of the show out of everything. The rest of the show kind of sucked. I ain't gonna lie to you, but we'll get to that in a minute. I do want to ask you guys, how did WWE's premiere on ESPN deliver for you, and how would you rate it? Go ahead, Coachman. Fritos, you don't get to go first today. You don't get to be a mic since you came late, jerk.
I was trying to. I had tech issues. The storm's messing up with my Wi-Fi.
Oh, poor guy. I'm
Was it
sorry.
storming up there?
Yeah, it's storming pretty bad, actually.
Oh, dang. We were supposed to get storms down here, but nothing came of it. But, yeah.
Also, shame on you, Coachman, for not going to the last Cardinals game this season. His last Cardinals home game this season.
Oh, boo-hoo. Okay, whatever. Oh, I feel so bad.
You're Mr. Missouri. You're Mr. That's not gonna be one of my many catchphrases for you or tags for you when I'm introducing you. You're Mr. Missouri. So
I'm
literally,
fine with that.
when the Cardinals are playing their last home game of what's been a disappointing season, I expect you to show up for them.
No, we were supposed to have practice, but then it got canceled because of the supposed rain that was coming, and then nothing happened. So
Wow.
I was like, I had a lazy Sunday for once. It was kind of nice. And anyways, going on about the
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Going on about WrestlePalooza. That sucked. That it just sucked in general. I was very disappointed, and I think the opening match set the tone for what it was going to be like when you have Cena and Brock, who were originally scheduled as the main event. You push them to the opener now. So already something's fishy about this. I get that you need to have the world title match at the end. Fine, whatever. But with a matchup like this and Cena's final go-round, it felt like this was going to be something special with it being the main event. When they moved it to the opening match, I immediately thought something was off. And boy, was I right. Because that was, like, what are we doing? Paying homage to the squash match? Is that, like, or is that what we were doing today? Like, what are we doing? Like, what was that? It was not entertaining. Like, was it cool to see 3 AAs right in a row? Sure. But then he kicked out, and it's like, okay, now you've established that Brock is this guy that is a big badass and everything. Mm-hmm. But then you don't make Cena look like a chump in his final go-round when he's got 5 dates left now, and you just wasted it on that match. It's just terrible. And while I did like the 2 tag team matches, I did Really like those. And also shout out to Io Sky and Stephanie McMahon. I think they stole the show with their match. The championship match with Cody and Drew, it was just meh. It was nothing. And I think just having the sour taste in the mouth from the opening match just really set the tone for this is not going to be a good PLE. And then also Jay accidentally hurting himself during the tag match definitely threw things out of proportion, which apparently he's actually like pretty effed up from from accidentally hitting himself in the head with a chair. So that'll be curious to see how that goes on. But yeah, I was very, very disappointed. Very disappointed. Again, the women stole the show with Stephanie and Io. I thought that was a great match. But that's the only thing I'm going to remember from it besides the terrible opening match, and that's it. When you set the tone like that, you ruin AJ Lee's match too. That's the thing that sucks about that. Okay. I've said my piece.
Coachman is the most mild-mannered one out of all of us on the show. And like I said, for him to start off with saying the show sucked, I think is just going to set the tone for how this is going to get progressively worse.
Yeah, but why are you giving him crap for not going to the St. Louis Cardinals game? Huh?
You heard that from your poop?
Thank you, my booker.
I may or may not have been pooping. I may or may not have kept the AirPods in. But how are you going to give this man? Are you going to go to the last home game there, Virgil?
Well, if I could get up to Chicago, I would go.
Oh.
But
convenient.
If it's convenient for you, you would.
It is.
Oh, so that's weird.
You better be cleaning up that basement.
Leave me alone and my basement alone. It's fairly clean. I just vacuumed it. Now, Tank, what was your thoughts
in one spot?
Tank, what were your thoughts on the WrestlePalooza event?
I mean, and we were talking about it in the group chat, and I think Fritos, you mentioned it. Like, this was it was a glorified Saturday night main event, but there was no real main event. To be honest with you guys, I mean, there really wasn't. Like, you had a squash match, which I was happy to happen. Obviously, Cena, but it really sucks because I wish Cena squashed Brock Lesnar so that I could up my win column by one more match. But you know, it is one of those things where it is one of those things. The matches themselves overall, they were kind of lacking. The Io Sky and Stephanie match, that was great, hands down. That was a good match. The Bronze versus the Usos, that could have been ended better, but I think we all know why it was ended the way it did, to protect Jay, which hopefully he's okay. But I mean, the Cody and Drew match, that was okay, but at the same time, I felt like we already knew what was going to go on with that. And then overall, they used this in a way to try to compete and or destroy All Out. And I think that was, I mean, we'll talk about that in a bit, but that was just the opposite. So in a way, I don't feel like they achieved much. I don't, if anything at all. with this pay-per-view. So we shall see where they go from it. Obviously, they're not going to change it. It's what's going to happen. That's what they want. So it was just terrible all around, man. And I hope they give us more of a product. I think the highlight for me was just the induction. I think Stephanie McMahon definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, but I feel like they also rushed that. So it was just kind of a mess all around. And the only thing that they tried to use to save it too was, oh, here's Undertaker for the upteenth time since he's retired. And so it's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's just weird.
All right, Fritos. We all have been waiting with bated breath. The floor is yours.
Really? It started with Friday night. If you tune into the Friday Night Lowdown, Hoedown, Throwdown, bring around town, my show on Friday night, I said that it was a terrible buildup for this PLE. It was lacklustering. You had 2 segments about from 5 to 8 minutes explaining how to get ESPN Plus and how to use it, how you could connect to your TVs, which I'm pissed off because YouTube TV is not considered under it. And just trying to figure out, I basically just did the typical get a free trial and ended that shit because I'm not paying $30.
Good job, Fritos. Proud of you.
I'm looking into a VPN, as Stephanie McMahon and Vince tweeted out. How did I set my VPN up to get this shit? So for it to be worth $30 a month, not worth it. I also have problems with AEW All Out, with it being on HBO Max. I thought it was part of my package streaming. No, that was additional $40 for me to try to watch it itself, just for that.
Wait a minute, hold on. You have $40 for your package?
No, just to watch. Oh, for you, it's free.
Oh, my man Fritos. All right,
you get the VPN package. But
there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
But the fact that to watch wrestling for additional $70, it's kind of outrageous. On top of the subscription fees that you pay monthly, it's stupid. But going with WrestlePalooza, yeah, I wouldn't say fumbled, but it was borderline disastrous. You had the perfect setup with Brock and Cena, it being his last time in Indianapolis. This was supposedly be his last time versus Brock, but I'm assuming this is going to be a trilogy running back to Saudi Arabia. Then I'm assuming it's going to be a War Games thing because we still didn't really get too much of a payoff with Paul Heyman bringing in Brock and introducing him, which was cool. I'll give him that. That was a cool moment just for nostalgic reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, what's the payoff other than just a one-time nostalgic? Is Seth going to be pissed about that? Because did he run that through Seth? Is this going to lead up to War Games? Because, I mean, he appeared on Friday Night SmackDown, and both Brons were looking at him. Breaker kind of looked like eager to see him. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, if it's going to lead to them having a match or something. Maybe Brock takes him under his wing or something like that. I could see something maybe like that, but I doubt with Brock how he is. But that wasn't too much of a payoff. The squash match, whatever. You're trying to build up Cena again. I don't know. The tag team match was all right. Hopefully Jay's not too hurt. Then my problem with the mixed tag team, at one point, I mentioned this in the group chat, AJ tagged in. They had their moment in there for like 10 minutes. Then Seth and Punk got involved, and Seth pinned Punk, and they started counting him out when he wasn't even tagged in at that moment. So to me, they just completely lost everything for me there. I'm like, what's going on? You're not following the rules. AJ's a legal person. Stephanie Valkyrie, I think that is the right choice. Kind of. The only problem I have with Stephanie is I'm afraid she's going to be on the Tiffany Stratton run, like the early part, where it's going to be a little bit awkward, where maybe we don't see her ready to be in the spotlight as the champion. And then with the Cody and Drew match, I think it was the wrong call for Cody to retain. He's going to be gone again, I'm assuming, filming Street Fighter. Do you really want another Roman Reigns situation with your champion gone another 3 weeks, 4 weeks, hell, maybe a couple of months holding the championship and it being on the back burner when you're trying to maximize profits? That makes zero sense to me. You might as well strap the title to someone who's in there day in and day out and has proven talent. And Drew deserves another title run, a proper title run longer than 5 minutes. So honestly, if I gave WrestlePalooza a grade, it'd be like a D-. Some moments saved it from being a complete F, but honestly, a D-.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, all of you have made very, very good thoughts and statements, and I agree with all of you. I do not think here's my thing. I don't necessarily go off of the build-up because there have been terrible build-up to shows for the longest of time, especially with and it's just guys doing too much. Guys doing too much and not being able to be involved in the shows. I mean, when guys are filming movies, TV shows, doing all this other stuff, that sometimes you have to take, trips to go and hype up other shows and other places. And I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. So if guys aren't available, that's half the freaking problem. That's why every single month, WrestleOps and all these other platforms predict that The Rock is coming back. That fool ain't coming back no time soon. I am so tired of hearing about that. My other thought is I listen to Triple H. Triple H goes on to television. I'm talking about First Take. I'm talking about Nightcap. I'm talking about all my shows that I watch and talks about how this is going to be a spectacle and how this is going to be WrestleMania-like. I mean, it was WrestleMania-like for this year's WrestleMania because it sucked. Point blank, period. I mean, just the amount of time that I wasted watching WrestlePalooza, I could have just got the updates on my phone, bro. I didn't miss anything. Cody Rhodes kept his title. Big whoop. Big surprise. Not a spectacle.
College football.
Thank you.
Wasted my time watching college and didn't watch football. But Illinois blew out.
Well, Fritos, what I was telling before you got on, I was watching the Mizzou South Carolina game on ESPN. They were giving updates about WrestlePalooza during the game. Like they say, we have this in-studio update. I'm expecting like a college football game or something. They're like, John Cena's making his way into the ring now at Wrestle. I'm like, what is this? Like, so yeah, I was getting the updates through that.
Hear me and hear me good. I messed up. I chose to watch WrestlePalooza and pay to watch WrestlePalooza or fake to watch WrestlePalooza instead of watching All Out. That All Out show was booked 10 times better than this, and the talent delivered 10 times better than the WWE talent. And I'm talking about you got made superstars in WWE, and you got talent in AEW. You got the return of Jungle Boy, like I said, and you got so much other things that happened on that AEW All Out show that just was good. It was just good stuff, good wrestling stuff. Like WWE overpromised and underdelivered, and I feel like AEW didn't promise you anything. Like, and honestly, I real life thought that AEW show was gonna suck. But as I'm like scrolling Twitter and I'm looking like all the updates and everything, and I'm like watching this stuff, I'm like getting chills as I'm watching it. And I'm watching this WWE stuff, and I'm like, oh, Cody Rhodes retained his title, great for him. Oh yeah, Brock Lesnar beat up John Cena. Surprise, surprise! I knew he was gonna kick his ass. Like I said, I did think Cena would pull an Extreme Rules recap where he would use something to illegally beat Brock or like do like a victory roll up or something like that. A schoolboy roll up. I'm sorry, not a victory roll up, a schoolboy roll up, and get the quick 1, 2, 3, and then get out the ring. Like, oh, Cena just barely escaped, and the audience would like, or Michael Cole would tell the audience he used his brains to beat Brock Lesnar or something like that. I don't know. I really don't know what I thought was going to happen with that match, but I mean, I figured Stephanie McMahon was going to win because who the fuck wants Io Shirai to be your fucking world champion again when she can't fucking talk? I mean, I'm just saying. And then you like I said, the rest of those matches, I think everybody knew that you can't bring AJ Lee back and have her lose her first match. Now she is going to probably get an Intercontinental Championship match. She's gonna get waxed in that. I mean, that's neither here nor there. Like her and CM Punk
be a trilogy
can win
right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Her and CM Punk can always win the tag matches or stuff like that. But when it comes to winning the big one, both of them fall kind of short on that. But I just overall just disappointment. I expected so much more. The best part of this show to me was the opener where they paid homage to ESPN. I saw my man Stuart Scott. I saw Vince McMahon. I saw The Rock in Austin. I saw all these different moments in history and time. The best show this week, wrestling show all week long, was Tuesday night with NXT Homecoming. Mm-hmm. Out of all the shows this week, that show delivered the most out of all of them. It was by far the best WWE show out of them all. And it was a tad bit better than AEW All Out because it was shorter than All Out. All Out is still too damn long, man. That's too many matches. For me, I can't do that. It's too many matches to watch, bro. I'm like, somebody's sitting there like, we got like 13 matches on this card, bro. Like that's a long pay-per-view. So I don't know. But I guess it's time for us to move on to the next segment, which is Who to Watch For in Wrestling, featuring Coach.
All right. We're gonna go full screen here.
It is full screen.
Oh, I'm full screen? Oh, I can't tell. My side, what I'm looking at is not full screen. I'm still seeing both of you, so that's where I was confused. But anyways, I digress. So, as we said, AEW All Out definitely delivered the goods that WWE could not. And one thing that came from AEW All Out was a return of one Jack Perry. But not only that, but we also got the Luchasaurus back. And not only that, but we got the tag team Jungle Express back together. And that's somebody you need to see. A great reunion. Both of them coming back as faces. I'm assuming they're going to start a program with the Young Bucks. And as much as I think the Young Bucks are overrated, I do know they're going to do a good job promoting this rivalry. So I will give them props there. Now, on the women's side, it's a little bit tougher. You could go a number of ways. Obviously, you got Stephanie McMahon, who just got her newly crowned championship. We could also go with what Bayley's doing over on SmackDown or is doing on SmackDown and Raw with her dual personality. But I'm going to go a different route. I'm actually going to go the TNA route. And I'm looking at
Ash by Elegance?
Not just her. The one that she is facing this week for the championship. Miss Slamovich.
Masha, I like it.
Those two did a tremendous job at NXT Heatwave in that match with JC Jane. And it made me curious, what would this look like when it was just those two together? And we are going to be seeing that this week on TNA when they go at it for the Knockouts Championship match. It's Ash by Elegance versus Slamovich. It's going to be a good one. There will definitely be shenanigans at ringside, but you wouldn't want it any other way with this kind of match. So definitely something to watch for this week in TNA, and that's who to watch for in wrestling this week.
All right. Thank you so much, Coachman, for who to watch for in wrestling this week. And listen, let me tell you guys something. He is not wrong. If you really want to watch a good wrestling show, TNA is taking me back to 2005, 2006 TNA. Like the vibes it's giving. And we're about to see like an uprising in TNA again. And I think they're coming back for everything, including their TNA World Championship. If you are not watching them on Thursday nights, you're missing out, man. And I really, really hope that WWE helps them score a television show on a station that is like a bigger platform. Whether that be them moving over to something that's owned by the Peacock and NBC, where you could watch their collection of their old stuff on NBC on Peacock app, as well as be able to watch the actual show on Peacock, as well as their PLEs on Peacock, as well as watch their show on a station that's owned by NBC. That would be really, really cool because they have such good wrestling, man. Such good wrestling. And this is going on like 3 consecutive years of really good TNA stuff, even before they got the partnership with NXT and WWE. Like, they just been really, really good. So very, very good choices for who to watch for in wrestling this week. Let's talk. What was the worst best match on the WrestlePalooza card for you guys? Let's go with your worst match and your best match real quick. You go first, Fritos, and then you go, Coach.
Okay.
I'm gonna step away for 2 seconds.
Worst match for me, like I said, I think it's the Cody and Drew. To me, like I said, wrong call. They should have put the title back on Drew, even though Cody literally just won it back. But we've talked about this. I think they need to go back to the Attitude Era where who cares if the title is moving week to week, month to month. We don't need these long title runs anymore. You had the chance to beat the record, to beat Hogan's record with Roman, but you took it off of him and gave it to Cody. So if we're not going to try to beat that record and establish someone that's going to be a mega superstar, then go back to the Attitude Era and just, disperse it different places.
Yep.
Like I said, Cody is filming Street Fighter. Who knows if he was gone for what? It was about roughly a month, right, Coach?
Yeah, just about, yeah.
Granted, who knows how many of his scenes are truly done. But guess what? It's movies. He's got to go back there to reshoot some stuff. Probably have to do some voice stuff as well. Maybe some motion caption. And he's going to have to be gone for a bit also, too, to promote the film. So that should have been the easiest call. And just take the title off. Let Drew have his moment for a bit. Cody could have won it back at the end of the year or something if you want to put the title back on Cody, if you wanted those sells. Best match, Stephanie Valkyrie. Like I said, it's the right call. Unlike Virgil saying she can't, Io Sky can't speak English. We still have that story with Asuka in there, so I think that would have been an extra little flair if Io did win. But the fact that you're going the Stephanie route, it means you're going with the younger generation. You have faith in this young women generation. The only thing is, like I said earlier, I just hope it's not going to be in the realm of Tiffany Stratton for her title reign, where we are questioning, is she too green? Is she not ready for this moment yet? And along those lines with Stephanie, but as of right now, she is probably up there for one of the top women on the Raw side, so that was the right call. Oh, for my dislike match, I said Cody and Drew.
Yeah. Why? Why Cody and Drew?
Wrong call. Cody should have lost the belt. He's going to be gone again filming. Like I said, he's going to have to go back for reshoots because that's how old movies work. If they don't like something that they did, voice thing, then he's going to have to be gone for a bit, I guarantee, to promote the film because they're not going to pass up the opportunity for him to do it.
Right. Absolutely. Understood.
Yeah, for me, I agree with you, Fritos. The best match was Io and Stephanie. I think they just put on a clinic of not only maneuvers in the ring, but also storytelling wise. You had Io, kind of this, I guess you can already say, a veteran who is trying to show that she's the top dog in the women's division. And then you have the up-and-comer and Stephanie, who's proving herself, knowing that she's got the confidence to win. I just really liked that. And then also the respect they showed each other at the end of the match. Just all in all, I thought that was easily the best match. Worst one for me was Cena Lesnar, just because there was no point to that, like none. So I'm not going to say anything more about that. It sucked.
Yeah. I think that they could have done so much more with that match. And I think they really missed out on the opportunity to do something really cool, really special. And it just turned into a regular match. Now, rumor has it that Brock wanted to go on first because he didn't want to be there. Like I said,
right.
That sounds right.
I don't know if that's really the case or what. So, but yeah, like I said, for me, I just thought that he just missed the opportunity to do some really cool stuff. And then yeah, man. Like I said, so I agree the Brock match, and then best match of the night. I would go probably with Stephanie and Io. The Bronze versus the Usos match had potential. I think some botches and then whatever ended up happening with the chair situation and Jay's head and all that stuff, which I don't know if he's going to be out for a little bit now or not, but that actually could work in the favor of Big Jim. Hopefully they have the Samoan Werewolf on a plane somewhere right now, headed to wherever Raw is tomorrow to do a run-in and help Big Jim if Jay's out on concussion protocol, because that would be amazing. Like I said, to have the Samoan Werewolf team up with him while Jay heals. I just think that'd be really cool.
Jay's gonna be fine because we know his nurse, Miss Parker, is gonna take care of him pretty well.
Miss Parker. Listen, Jay is married, bro. Like, I think
there's been some videos going around.
Life, yo. I for real, because his father Rikishi got mad at Triple H for when they had him like flirting with Rhea Ripley. Yeah, like he's like, dude, are you trying to ruin Jay's marriage? Why do you have Jay going after mommy? Are you like trying to ruin his marriage? Something like that. I'm like, bro, shut your ass up. Like them two rubbing shoulders together is nothing bad. It's literally like how Billy Gunn and China was. They didn't actually have a real relationship, but they had an on-camera like affinity for each other. So
then you get videos of him with Jay and Jada walking around, holding hands.
Yeah,
going in the same cars. It's kind of hard fighting those allegations.
Yeah, Jay better chill. But I mean, he's a millionaire, so you know, when money comes, great power sometimes. So, and then I do want to ask you guys. I want to give Tony Khan and AEW their props. We've shit on AEW a lot. Me personally, I've shit on AEW a lot. AEW really put on a great pay-per-view, not a PLE, a pay-per-view, and they did a really good job. They got ass fucked out of being the only pay-per-view on that week or that night, and then they then they had to turn around, and instead of going head to head, they had to move their start time up. But they did all of that. They moved all their stuff around just because WWE wanted to play big bully, and still they still delivered. The talent delivered. You know, like I said, I don't know that Tony got every single thing he booked right, but the talent themselves, when they went into the ring, when they had their matches, they delivered. And kudos to them for that. It was a hot crowd. They were excited. They were excited to watch the show, like I said. And I mean, like I said, it was a very good show. It was a very good show. He booked a better show than Triple H this week. Point blank, period.
100%.
Yep.
Which Fritos, I do need you to make that a tweet and tag both of them in there, because somebody needs to get on Triple H's head. Like, stop resting on your fucking laurels because y'all got money. Like Tony Khan might start out booking y'all, and Shawn Michaels is already out booking Triple H. Like weekly, them NXT shows weekly are the best thing on television right now.
I do love me some NXT.
Like it's Shawn Michaels is the best booker for this year, if you ask me. And then and Tony Khan is kind of speeding up to Triple H because you have multiple shows, multiple PLEs where you've had letdowns. It's like, what the fuck is this, dude? Like, come on, man. Like you have way too much talent and way too much of an arsenal to book this lazy. Like I guess that's my frustration with Triple H. It's lazy booking, you know.
It is. I'll work on that. Also, the problem is too, I have a feeling, I don't know if it's a lot of his booking, but if it's TKO starting to be his Vince and interject, if you will. I'm starting.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Because originally this ESPN deal was supposed to start at Mania 42, but they launched this fucker right now.
Right.
So instead of slowly doing it and let the Peacock deal end, they just sped this up and screwed the fans. I truly think a lot of what's happening within the main roster on WWE, it's TKO.
Yeah.
That's plain and simple affecting us. And we're seeing the outcome of it now.
I think so.
Yep.
I
agree.
Too.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Sir,
Alexa is always listening, guys. Always. It's really creepy when she does that. All right. Well, let's move on over to the throwback moment of the week. All right, guys, it is time for your bucket moment, throwback moment of the week. And for me, I want to take us back to September. Well, actually, I don't know if it happened in September, but it's after King of the Ring, during The Rock's title reign, after King of the Ring 2000, the year's 2000. After The Rock's title reign with the WWF title, he has officially won the title at King of the Ring, defended the title again after that, and then he is approached by two men. He's approached by Kurt Angle, and he's approached by Triple H, both wanting the WWF championship from The Rock. Now, mind you, these guys had a killer SummerSlam match, triple threat match at SummerSlam of that year 2000. So if you have time, go back and watch that whole SummerSlam 2000 pay-per-view. There were a string. SummerSlam 2000, 2001, and 2002 are probably my best favorite strings of SummerSlams that happened. 2000, it was Rock. It was Rock, Angle, Triple H in the main event. The match literally started with Triple H and Kurt Angle fighting. They fought for like 5 minutes. And it ended with Triple H hitting Kurt Angle with a pedigree on top of the announce table and bouncing his head off the announce table because the announce table collapsed. And Kurt Angle rung his bell and wrestled the whole match with a concussion, like literally. And the only reason why the match kept going was because The Rock came out like 5 or 6 minutes later and whatnot. And then him and Triple H basically had a full match. And then closer towards the end of the match, Kurt Angle came out. Kurt Angle woke up the next morning, and he said in interviews, he woke up the next morning and didn't even know that the match happened. He literally had to ask them, did the match happen? Like, the only way he knew what happened was because he was able, obviously it was recorded, and you were able to go watch that match back. So when you watch that match, that 2000 SummerSlam, you not only have the hometown boys, the Hardys, putting their tag team titles on the line in a three corners ladder match with the Dudleys and Edge and Christian, like I said, but you also have Undertaker wrestling. I believe he wrestles Kane in this match, in this show, and then you also have a bunch of other good matches. So SummerSlam 2000 is something you guys definitely want to go check out. Again, like I said, that main event being Rock, Angle, Triple H for the WWF Championship. And this has been your throwback moment of the week. All right. So the last topic of tonight and our main event before we get to our favorite segment of the week, we have to talk about what happened at WrestlePalooza, which was Stephanie McMahon Helmsley, is what I always call it, Helmsley. She was sitting ringside, and it was weird. It was awkward because she was just sitting there, and then the Undertaker's music hits, and he comes out on his motorcycle or whatnot, and he's riding around. And I'm like, okay, what's getting ready to happen here? And they keep like showing Stephanie McMahon in the crowd, and he like rides over to the he rides his motorcycle over by her and like stops it there. Now, mind you, this is the same mug that in the year 1999 abducted this woman. And then this is the same man. This is the same man that then in 2000 called her a sleazy tramp, and all these other names and all this other stuff. And mind you, all of this happened just for him. Oh, also, not to mention, not only did he abduct her, he tried to marry her, and he said, and Paul Bearer was ready to help him consummate the marriage or whatnot afterwards.
Don't forget crucify her.
Oh yeah. They also put her on the cross, and they were ready to crucify her too. So, all that happened, but let's forget about all that. Undertaker comes out because Triple H clearly couldn't come out and tell his wife that she was going into the hall because he would have cried the whole time through. Which they show video of him crying in the back, which is all fine and dandy and great and lovely and happy feelings and all that stuff. But Undertaker rolls out, looks over at her, pulls the microphone out his back pocket, and he begins telling her, he sits her down and proceeds to tell her that she is the first inductee into the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame. I'm going to say something right now. This is going to be my first of two probably confrontational statements. Stephanie McMahon didn't look like she believed it herself that she was going into the hall. I'm not here to tell you she don't belong in the hall. I'm not here to say that because I think that what she did in the Attitude Era, I mean, her WWF Women's title reign was bullshit, but I mean, just her character and what she was able to do, and then how when they started, the next era, the Ruthless Aggression era, how she was a GM and an on-screen character, but then also took on more of a role as a businesswoman working under Vince, literally superseding Shane because of what she was doing. And then from that, Shane literally leaving the company and her becoming second in command underneath Vince, and how she helped so much talent and did so much great things for the talent. All the talent have nothing but glowing things to say about Stephanie. But the Hall of Fame really ain't about what the fuck you do behind the scenes. It's about what you do in front of the camera. And if you trying to tell me that the marquee is going to read Stephanie McMahon as your big announcement going into the hall, we have a problem. Like, if y'all finna tell me that, because you know how they do every year, like there's the people that get inducted into the Hall of Fame, and then there's that one, and the one in the marquee comes out last during Mania, and they do like a special entrance and all this other stuff, and like all that stuff. If y'all telling me Stephanie's the one for that this year in Vegas, I'm seriously doubting the validity of what Nick Khan and Triple H are thinking. You got to have a better, bigger marquee name going into the hall than Stephanie to sell it. You damn near need to go ahead and just induct the whole McMahon family. Why not throw Linda in there? Obviously you'll never be able to put Vince in alone by himself. But I mean, I don't know. And then after that, her nephew. What's her nephew's name? What's the boy's name?
Declan.
Declan McMahon, the heir to the McMahon throne, the one that was going to, take over after his pop and be the boy wonder when his pop turned into Vince. Literally took to Twitter and was being a great son and said that his father, Shane McMahon, needs to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. And here's my problem with WWE. Something happened and they won't talk about it. There's either a split right now within the family, and it's like Shane is still with Vince because Shane was at Vince's 80th birthday party. Stephanie wasn't. Triple H wasn't. John Cena was there. Undertaker was there. Michael Hayes was there. No Stephanie, no Triple H at the 80th birthday. But Stephanie and Triple H are with Linda, and Stephanie and Triple H are with the president and stuff like that. Like, so, I mean, you kind of literally see Shane is the only one riding with his dad still. Meanwhile, I think that has put him on the outs with WWE, which sucks for Shane because Shane's career and all that he did. I'm telling y'all, Shane had some really good matches in WWE too. Like some really, really good matches. That King of the Ring match with Kurt Angle in 2001 had no business being that good. I don't know. What do you guys thoughts on this whole Stephanie McMahon Hall of Fame thing? I'm jabbering now. Go ahead.
Awkward is going to be the word I'm going to say for this. Just how it out of nowhere, Taker came out, Harley out, and just the whole segment was just awkward and weird. Oh, let me hop over this barricade. Oh, I've never been on this side before. Da, 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 da. Oh, by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. Just, it was awkward. Do I believe Stephanie deserves to be in the Hall of Fame? Yes. For what she's contributed to the business of wrestling. Without her, we wouldn't have the women's evolution. We probably, I don't know where we'd be at with women's wrestling within WWE and throughout the world without Stephanie. I'll give her credit for that. What she did in the Attitude Era, great for business at the time. But for me, it's way, way too early to make this type of announcement, especially on your new marquee PLE with ESPN. It shouldn't have been here. It should have been, if you want to jump the gun, it should have been in December, around that time. And, if you want to jump the gun with Hall of Fame stuff. I get Hunter was trying to pull a sneaky one, just how like Stephanie, how Shawn and Taker did the same thing with him with his introduction to the Hall of Fame this year, but it was way too early. And yes, I will agree. If you're going to put Stephanie in, you've got to put in the rest of the McMahons. Vince, he won't get in till he's passed away. That's just how it is going to be right now. Mm-hmm. They're not going to have him and Linda be together due to them splitting up and with the whole situation going on with the lawsuit. But Shane, yeah, it sucks. He's put on fantastic matches. He's put his body through the ringer, just tried to impress his dad and get some type of recognition from his dad. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. The fact that right now he's, I'm assuming, blacklisted or semi-blacklisted sucks because he definitely deserve it if Stephanie's going to get in before him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Fritos. I think yes, there is obviously backstage stuff that Stephanie is awesome at, and she's a big proponent of the women's revolution. I do think that it's more than what she's done backstage. I think definitely like her character in the early Attitude Era, and then even during the PG era as the Authority, I think that kind of work was worthy enough of that. But again, off-screen stuff matters as well. Is it the marquee one, like the big name that you're wanting? Maybe not. So maybe there is something else that's coming from this. But all in all, yes, I agree with what you guys said. Shane McMahon way deserves to be in. You can't play some clips of wrestling matches, like we're talking extreme moments in WWE history, without Shane McMahon doing something.
True.
I would say he's at least got 2 in the top 5. You got, and both of them falling off the Titantron. Well, one was the jump off the Titantron that he did on purpose, and then the other one was, well, I guess this one was on purpose too, because you can clearly see him pushing off. But when he gets hit with the kendo stick, and then you just see him fall off backwards. That's like, those are easily top 5. Those 2 moments are top 5 moments in WWE, like extreme moments. So yes, I agree. I think Shane McMahon should also be in, but then it just goes into, like you guys were talking about, it becomes a sore subject about what's actually happening with their family ever since TKO took over. And it's very, because it seemed like, and maybe it's more, it shouldn't be when TKO took over, more when the lawsuit happened, because it seemed like they were willing to still work with Vince when they bought him out.
Mm-hmm.
And then
they wanted him to be in charge of still like booking, helping them book and stuff like that. But when the lawsuits and stuff happened that things got murky.
Yeah. So it is just a very complex situation for sure. And side note, I am glad I did not start Wan'Dale Robinson on my fantasy team this week, because he has 0 catches today. So thank goodness I did not fall for the fantasy football trap there. But there needs to be something else with this Hall of Fame. Way too early to announce that. This usually happens like Royal Rumble season when we start getting those Hall of Fame. So I'm going to be optimistic here that there's a bigger name coming with it. There's going to be somebody else.
If they don't just fucking get Batista to do it, please, just Triple H, you have to call him. The only way that he'll do it is if you call him. And I know it. I know that's what he's waiting on. That and schedule, because he's going to make Triple H be the one that inducted me in too. Either be Triple H, because it can't be Rick, because Rick still is technically in a contract, under contract with AEW. So it can't be Rick.
Is
so
really?
like, yes, and Ric Flair is also reportedly getting married again to like a 40-something year old. No, him and Wendy ain't married anymore.
Jesus. Good for him, though. Way to keep trying to find love in your late 80s.
Is it, though?
I don't know. Hey, at least he still got a physique. He was doing planks at the bar.
Absolutely. Speaking of planks, I'm ready to plank as we get ready for our favorite segment of the night, the last main event, Fritos Fave 5.
You ever
worth a shot.
Fritos favorite 5. Presented by no one.
Nobody.
Yet. It's always open, ladies and gentlemen. Throw us $1. I'll say whatever you want me to say. But Virgil, you know what to do. Hit my music.
Fritos will sell his soul for the sponsorship.
I am a sellout.
He will tattoo your product on his face.
I would.
He honestly would.
At number 5, I have the return of Jungle Express. I believe no one thought that Jack Perry and Luchasaurus was returning, but we got this. This was my favorite tag team when AEW first started off. I'm glad they were uniting. My interest in AEW is skyrocketing and helps with this tag team. At number 4, I've got Cope and Christian beating FTR. Besides that win, we had some great moments too. The backstage moment with Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys and bringing back a true wrestling legend, Green Bastard from Parts Unknown. And also brought in Beth Phoenix, also going by now Beth Copeland. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen, and I need more Bubbles in AEW. Then number 3, I don't have any wrestler that was involved this week, This one comes from a TMZ report. Psycho Stu, I'm giving him a shout out. It was reported that Raja Jackson was arrested, so he is finally getting some justice that he deserves from the events that occurred a few weeks ago. So Psycho Stu, you make number 3. Then number 2, I've got AJ Lee. She had a little bit of ring rust, but when you work with someone as safe as CM Punk, Becky Lynch, and Seth Rollins, you're going to look good. And man, she looked fantastic. I'm glad she's back in WWE. Can't wait to see more of what happens with the storyline. Then number 1, I've got Stephanie McMahon. She pulled a double on us on NXT, winning the tag team match, and also doing a doubles devil's kiss with Rhea Ripley. By God, I blacked out at that moment. And also securing the win and becoming a champion at WrestlePalooza. And that has been a Fritos Fave 5. Yeah.
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 All right. Thank you, Fritos, for that breathtaking Fave 5. Coachman, what would you give Fritos Fave 5 this week? Waiting with bated breath to hear what you have to say, Coachman. Tell us what you need, Coachman.
Fritos, you've been on a heater the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't make this one easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
The last 2 have been pretty easy for me to give this grade. You know what? I'm gonna say this one thing. I think your list is solid, Fritos. Your execution of that list, though, could be better.
Fair enough.
But yeah, stop being hungover.
But I will not let that deteriorate from how great the list is. I go based off the list, not off the execution. I will dock you some points, but you will stay on your heater, sir. I'm going to give you an A-.
All right. And Fritos, I'm going to go ahead and give you probably C plus, man. I mean, it was a decent list. I think that you Fritos, a C plus still gets a passing grade. You still would get the degree. Shut up. Like I said, you didn't come with the fire today, man. I understand that you're Notre Dame Irish, the Fighting Irish, did not fight hard enough for you. I understand that your Green Bay Packers quarterback is questionable and makes bad decisions. I understand that these things cause you, sir, to drink heavily and to cause you to go into a mild depression. But listen, you just got married in Vegas. You are one sexy beast. You have the hottest show on YouTube, a.k.a. the SmackDown Lowdown, Hold Down, Throw Down, Mow Down, Woe Down, Toe Now. You have Rhea Ripley literally standing behind you, watching your back at all times. You hold the World Heavyweight Championship in your hand. And you are a two-time, the only two-time booking world champion. I mean, you got a lot to be happy for. So, I mean, I just expect a little bit more from you in the oomph department. But I understand. Can't have our A game all the time. But because I just named all those things and because you are Fritos, I'm going to go ahead and give you A+.
You had me in the first half, sir. You had me in the first half.
And listen, we appreciate each and every last one of you that watched this episode along with us. Hey, listen, this show does not run without you guys watching it. We appreciate each and every last one of you that tune in. Do us a favor. If this is your first time watching, please comment below this is your first time watching. Also, go ahead and hit that like button, that share button, and that subscribe button. We need all the viewership we can get, baby. We are on our way to 2K. We are getting closer and closer to getting 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Cannot wait for that. Shout out to everybody that's watching on Twitch too. We thank you guys so much for spending your time with us. Listen, give us your thoughts, comment below. We love to hear about it. Until next time, from Coach, from Fritos, from Big Daddy C, from Tank, and I am Virgil. Please tune in tomorrow to Big Daddy C and Coachman as they break down all the happenings from Raw Dog Monday night. And then I got you Tuesday night, and then C will have you guys on the AEW rebound, and then of course your Friday night SmackDown, low down, hold down, throw down, mow down, woe down, toe down, no by how now, whoa now will be this upcoming Friday. So please check out all of our schedules. Until next time, keep those booking pencils sharp. Keep on booking.